Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be using Kimchi's palette collaboration with Naomi Smalls. If you didn't know, they are both drag queens. So today I am using the Kimchi side, which is these two rows right here. And on the other half of this video, I'm going to be doing a look using Naomi Smalls sides, which is these two rows right here. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into how to get this look. So of course, I already primed my eyelids using the P. Louise Mama Mitchell base in Blank Canvas. And now the first color that I dipped into was an orange shade, and I'm going in with the Nikita N6 brush, and the color is called Mocha. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can really see what I did. So basically, I started in the inner corner and I'm just packing it on. I'm not really blending it out yet, but I'm kind of going in the form of a circle, kind of outlining the crease shape. If you don't have a natural crease, you can certainly create one by doing this. So without dipping back into Mocha, I just tapped off the excess of my brush and I'm slightly blending out the edges because I'm not going in with any other shade to blend it out. So this is just how I make sure that it's blended. Now I'm going in with this Morphe brush that was a collaboration for the holiday. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's very similar to the Nikita brush. And I'm dipping into the shade called Mariposa, which if you didn't know is butterfly in Spanish. And I'm placing it directly next to Mocha in the same kind of shape. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tap out the excess and blend out the edges. Now I'm using another Morphe brush. This is with the Sweet Oasis collection. This is what the brush looks like. Once again, it doesn't have a name. And I'm dipping into Dwarf Desert Peony. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's a light green shade. And I'm really just buffing this into Mariposa. And I'm dragging it out a little bit. And I'm following it generally in the same shape, but I'm rounding it out a little bit more towards the edge. And I'm gonna go back in with Mariposa and Mocha and just really make sure that all of the colors are blended together. So now I'm going in with the shimmer shade. I already sprayed my brush. This is the AOA Studio F16 brush, and I'm going in with the shimmer shade Cactus, which is just a really nice yellow. And I actually didn't cut my crease. I went straight in with the shade because it is super pigmented, especially when you spray it. It's so bomb. So I'm going to do a half cut crease. I'm gonna bring it a little bit into where I'm gonna place the next shade. Now I'm going in with the e.l.f. blending eye brush and I'm dipping into the blue shade called Oasis. And I'm going to place that right next to Cactus, touching the shade Dwarf Desert Peony and a little bit of Mariposa as well. And I'm just literally blending them all into each other. I'm gonna go back in with all of those shades, especially Cactus, to really make sure that they are blended into each other. And now I'm gonna hopefully see that these are even the way I place the tape. pretty much even. I do have to fix this side a little bit, but I'm literally just gonna take some micellar water and a Q-tip and clean that right up. So I went ahead and put on my lashes, did the rest of my face, and I did this lower lash line, and now I'm back to show you guys this lower lash line. So I'm first dipping in with the e.l.f. blending eye brush back into the shade called Oasis, which was that blue shade, and I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit more. I'm going to start on the outer edge and bring it in a little bit, like right there in the middle. And then I'm gonna go back in with that Morphe brush from the holiday collection, and I'm going in with Mariposa, and I'm gonna put that in the center of my eye, my lower lash line. And now I'm going in with the Nikita brush into Muka. So I'm gonna go in with Desert Peony, which was that green shade, and I'm literally just gonna bring it up into the green. So I already set my face, so the last step is to go in with mascara. I'm using the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. You can use any mascara that you want, but this is just the one that I like to use. Hi everyone, so today I am going to be doing part 2 of using the Kimchi x Naomi Smalls palette. So last part you guys saw me use the Kimchi side, and now I'm going to be using the Naomi Small side. So this is the look that we're working with today. We're going to have a little bit of a bronze inner corner moment, but we'll get there in a second. So we're just going to hop right into the tutorial. So we're all zoomed in, and I went ahead and primed my eyelid using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in light beige. So the first color that I dipped into was called Mad Maxine, and I'm using the AOA Studio brush from Shop Missy, and this is the high def brush in E104. This is what it looks like. So I'm dipping into that pretty heavily, and I'm basically just packing this all over my crease. You can get a little bit sloppy with it. I'm basically packing it on and slightly blending it out because we are going to be going in with another color to really diffuse this. So once I have it like this, we can go ahead and move on to the next shade. So moving on, we're going to dip into the shade right underneath it, and I'm going to take this blending brush number 7. It doesn't have a brand, I don't know where this is from, but this is what it looks like. And I'm going to dip into that not too heavily because we're just basically using it to blend this out. So I'm going to dip into it, packing it on a little bit, but we're mainly just using it to diffuse the previous shade. So I am not going to be going in with another color to blend this out. So you do want to make sure that you tap off the excess and then just really lightly go over the top part where the exposed concealer area is. And I'm just going to go back in with that first shade that we used and really just blend everything together. Alright, so now I'm going to go back in with that first shade that we use, and basically I'm going to pretty much fill in the rest of the area that's left for the outer corner because I pretty much went pretty heavy the first time around, so I really didn't have to cover much because most of it was already covered. And now we're going to go in with that shimmer shade, and it's called Gecko. It's a really nice like peacock green color. And I actually did spray this with MAC Fix Plus because without it, I honestly really wasn't getting much pigment. But when I sprayed this, like, hello pigment, it's there now. But I gotta be honest, before it was really dry, but it works way better when you spray the brush. As you can literally tell right now, It's going on really nice. And I'm just gonna go back in with that first shade to blend out the edge. Alright, so that is pretty much it for the eyelids. I'm gonna go off camera, do my base, and then I'm gonna come back for my lower lash line. I'm actually not gonna apply lashes because I have individuals on and that's just a no. So I will be back in a few seconds. Alright, so I'm back with my full base and I did the lower lash line for this eye. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that. So basically I went in with the first shade, same brush that we used. And I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. And I only went in with this on the outer portion. I went in a little bit towards the middle, but mainly focusing it on the outer portion of the eye. Then I'm going to take that same number 7 brush, dipping into that second shade that we went into. And this time I am bringing it all the way to the inner corner. And then I am using it to blend out the first shade that we put. So I'm actually going to put a little bit more on that side. And I'm really just going to diffuse that by tapping out the excess until there's barely anything on the brush. And now I'm going with this AOA Studio E 131 brush and I'm dipping into the shade called Under the Rock, which is a really nice bronze shade. And I did wet this as well with my MAC Fix Plus. And I'm basically bringing this in the inner corner, and then I'm actually bringing it a little bit more into the lower lash line as well, like all the way in the beginning. And then I'm just gonna go in with my number 7 brush, and then I'm just gonna go back in with that green shade. I think it was called Gecko, and basically just gonna kind of blend everything until I'm happy with the way it looks. So I am back. I went ahead and finished up this eye, finished up the mascara on the lower lash line, and that is pretty much it for this look. So that is also it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, and yeah, comment down below what you guys want to see next, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.